Oh my goodness, I'm looking kind of rough. I need a shave. I don't look as rough as the Atlanta Falcons, though. Goodness gracious. What's up, everybody? Jamerus 58 Gilliam here with another humble pie video. Oh my goodness, I need to put my phone on airplane mode. But yeah, I'm not editing this video because this is something I got to get off my chest. I'm not editing this video. All right. First off, I want to give a congrats to the 49ers, to the fans, the players, yes, and the coaches. That includes you, Kyle Shanahan, for your well-deserved win over my Atlanta Falcons. It's just pitiful out there offensively. That's just crazy. I'm speechless right now, but I want to point out something that really irritated me. Is like you allowed no sacks against Carolina, a very good defensive unit in the Carolina Panthers allowed no sacks. And then you allowed a sack here and there, Matt Ryan getting hit everywhere. And then speaking of Matt Ryan, you throw one of these pop-up balls that causes Russell Gage to moss on his defender. And then you throw another one to Kyle Pitts that nearly got intercepted. He saved you an interception. Let's just call it a spade a spade. Let's now, I already got my Matt Ryan rant out the way. Let's talk about the entire offensive units. Three trips into the red zone inside the 49ers 5-yard line, 10-yard line, rather, and you couldn't punch it in for the score. Three fourth down attempts failed. No QB sneak. No, couldn't do no quick slant. Couldn't do a quick out route. Couldn't do a QB sneak. Couldn't hand it off to Cordell Patterson. Couldn't hand it off to Mike Davis. Like, where was the push? Where was the backbone of our offensive line? Why wasn't we penetrating that D line to get those couple of yards that we needed? That was the reason why we signed Mike Davis, for him to get us those tough 2 yards that we needed. Work those legs, work those big legs, but that didn't happen. That didn't happen at all. So, and then our special teams start the whole thing off by not only denied a run back, but you just ripped it off and gave you a free offensive possession, and you couldn't do anything with it. This loss is on the offense. Even though that the defense didn't come away with no sacks, the defense didn't come away with interceptions, I'm still putting this on the offense. Matt Ryan couldn't get his call in. I remember the time he was just fussing up a storm, and Jalen Mayfield getting called for a false start, and we had to burn 2 of our timeouts early. That was sloppy. Like, all of this shouldn't have happened while we're trying to make a run for the playoffs. All of this, I would have accepted this. I would have been okay with all of this if we was going through some growing pains in week 1 and week 2. But no, this is week 15. We cannot play like this against the Lion who just so happens to find some life early. They're out of playoff contention. They're eliminated. Now they're just playing for pride. We cannot play against the Lions like this. We cannot play against the Bills like this. We most definitely cannot play against New Orleans in January like this. We need to open our eyes. We need to think. This game is 80% mental. This game is 80% mental. So if your head is not into this game, we're gonna expect more results like this. Plain and simple. We should have been able to compete. We should have been able to compete with San Fran. I can barely talk right now because I just can't get out of my head how the O-line was performing. I know that this squad is not a good pass blocking unit, but y'all should have been physical enough to open up some lanes for our running backs. What was that? 64 total rushing yards that we had? Is that all we can produce? I know we didn't go we wasn't close to sniffing 100 yards. And some of those yards was Matt Ryan running for his doggone life. Oh my goodness. And speaking of Matt Ryan running, he lost the ball. So we lost a turnover battle. We didn't win. We had a turnover apiece, but we didn't win. That was part of my logistics. Win the turnover battle, but we didn't do that. Matt Ryan nearly threw 3 interceptions. Nearly. Stat sheet says 0, but our receivers saved him. Kyle Pitts and Russell Gage saved him. That's all I have to say about that. Rise up. We got to do better. I will be back with my logistics later on this week. So rise up all day.